If I hadn't missed that train, my daughter would have lost her father that day. It's crazy how one bad morning, one fight, one delay can change everything. That day, I thought my life was falling apart, but later I realized maybe it was God's way of saving me. It was a cold Tuesday morning in Chicago. 6:45 a.m., the kind of morning where you can see your breath in the air and the sky looks like it's still half asleep. I was running late for work again. My alarm didn't go off, or maybe I just didn't care enough to hear it. Lately I had been numb, angry at everything, angry at life, angry at God. It had been almost 2 years since I lost Emily, my wife. She died in a car accident on a rainy night coming home from work. Everyone told me it wasn't my fault, but it didn't matter. Guilt doesn't listen to logic. Her parents blamed me, my parents stopped visiting, and I stopped believing in anything, especially in God. The only reason I was still functioning was my daughter, Sophie. She's 6, with those same bright hazel eyes Emily had. Every morning she'd hug me so tight before school and say, "Daddy, don't forget to smile today." I'd force one just for her. That morning everything was already going wrong. I spilled coffee on my shirt, missed my bus, and my boss Mark kept blowing up my phone with calls. "You're late again, Carter. I swear one more time and you're done," he yelled when I finally picked up. I muttered something sarcastic and hung up. I didn't even care if I lost my job. It felt like I was losing everything anyway. I reached the station just in time to see my usual train, the 7:10 to downtown, rolling away. I shouted, ran even through my briefcase in frustration. The guard gave me that pitiful look, the one that says, "Tough luck, man." My chest was burning with anger. I kicked the trash can and yelled under my breath, "If you're real, God, then why do you hate me so damn much?" I was shaking, not from the cold, but from frustration and exhaustion. I sat on the bench, head in my hands, thinking about how messed up everything had become. My phone buzzed, my mom. I almost didn't answer, but something told me to. I said softly, "I had a weird dream about you. You were standing by the tracks and I was calling your name, but you couldn't hear me. Promise me you'll be careful today." I sighed, "Mom, I'm fine, just tired. Don't worry, okay?" "You say that every time," she whispered. "God's watching even when you think he's not." I rolled my eyes, forced a smile she couldn't see, and said goodbye. The next train came at 7:40. I boarded it, annoyed, restless. My head was pounding. I didn't talk to anyone. I just looked out the window, watching the city wake up. 20 minutes later, as we pulled into the next stop, I saw people gathered near the newsstand, their faces pale, their eyes wide. The train doors opened and someone ran in, breathless, shouting, "The 7:10 derailed." The whole thing went off track near the tunnel. They shut everything down. I froze. The words echoed in my head. The 7:10 derailed. That was my train, the one I'd taken every day for 3 years. My heart was pounding so hard I thought it would burst. I grabbed my phone and started scrolling through news alerts, images of the twisted train, smoke, ambulances. Reporters saying the brakes malfunctioned, but no one died. Just injuries, some serious, but no fatalities. My hands were shaking. I should have been on that train. I should have been sitting in that exact car. For a few seconds I couldn't breathe. I looked up through the window, tears burning my eyes. "Why?" I whispered. "Why me?" That evening when I came home, Sophie ran to me. "Daddy, you're home early," she said, jumping into my arms. I hugged her tighter than ever before. My mom called again. Her voice was trembling. "I told you, did I? God still has plans for you." That night, after Sophie fell asleep, I sat by her bedside and just stared at her. Her soft breathing, her tiny hand resting on her favorite stuffed bear. The quiet room made me feel something I hadn't felt in a long time, peace. I whispered to myself, if that train hadn't derailed, I'd still be angry, still blind. I thought about everything, how one delay, one missed train, one random phone call changed everything. Maybe it wasn't random at all. Maybe it was a reminder, a second chance. The next morning, I went back to the same station. I saw the same guard. He gave me a nod like he knew what had happened. I stood there quietly, staring at the empty tracks. For the first time in years, I closed my eyes and said, "Thank you. I don't know who you are or where you are, but thank you." After that day, I started noticing little things again. The way sunlight hits the buildings in the morning, the laughter of kids on the street, the way Sophie's eyes light up when she talks about her drawings. Maybe God doesn't speak through thunder or miracles. Maybe he speaks through missed trains, through tired mornings, through the people who call just to say, "Be careful." Sometimes what feels like bad luck is really divine timing. And now, every time I see that empty 710 platform, I don't feel angry anymore. I feel alive. Because I know that morning when I thought everything was going wrong, God was right there making everything right.